When Cole first showed me the album artwork, I got really excited because what it said to me was, oh, this is the direction you want to go with. That's exciting. It was so graphic that I thought we should take those same characters and essentially bring them to life.
Choose wisely.
Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it.
A lot of what was fun about this video was that it's such a left turn from everything Cole has done for the last 3 years. With Forest Hills Drive, the documentary series that I did with him and the music videos I did with that, he was very much playing himself. With For Your Eyes Only, the documentary film that we did with that too, again, he was very much playing himself, and we were in this hyper real world that had moments of surrealism kind of peppered throughout it with our like trippy color treatments. With ATM, it was all about creating something that was not realistic at all. In this frame, you see King Overdose and the kids on drugs. The scepter and the kids are all real. The dollar and the string were done in post.
Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it.
He's kind of just this money-hungry hustler, kind of in the vein of Johnny Depp's character in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Listen, let's get down to brass tacks here. How much for the ape?
And then also, Gimme Some More was definitely an inspiration for this video. Cole and I watched that video and were looking at ways that we could adopt some of the things that Hype Williams did so brilliantly. But I think what people are reacting to is the type of lenses that we use, which are wide lenses. I think the longest lens we used was a 14 or 16 millimeter lens. Everything was shot on this very distorted type of photography.
Count it up, count it, can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it.
The whole idea was to put him in with a straitjacket, surrounded by money that he can't grab. It was a performance setup that I wanted to shoot to have to come back to throughout the video. We only had 2 of those. One was this setup and the other was the ATM performance. And we didn't really use much of the ATM performance because we had so much story that we wanted to get to.
Without it, I'm miserable. Don't wanna fall off, so I'm all in my bag.
In this scene, Cole is in his bag. And then if you notice, there are smaller bags inside the bag, theoretically with even smaller Coles inside of them, which I thought was a nice touch from our production designer, Miles. We always had this idea of creating sort of a canvas and making a larger than life replica of the bag so that Cole could fit in it. But then before we shot this, our gaffer said, what if we create a dollar silhouette and blast it with light from the outside? There's actually, you can't see it, but we had a big piece of foam right about here that someone was holding so that when he stabs it, it kind of recoiled a little bit, because otherwise it just wouldn't have felt quite as realistic.
It's only your organ. Thank God mama couldn't afford the abortion.
This is Cole as a used car salesman at Ed's Used Cars, which if you listen to the album, you'll notice that there's a feature on this album called Kill Edward. And so when we were coming up with names for what we should call the car dealership, Cole was like, let's call it Ed's Used Cars. So he's presumably Ed, or maybe works for Ed. Rihanna, our stylist, put this outfit together, and from the moment he put it on, we were just like, that's perfect. And then I asked him to tie his hair back, which I thought looked great. Just like in The Room, when he's like, I did not hit her, I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
He's having this really intense thing happen to him where he pulled his arm off and then he's just like, oh, here it is. And of course the dealer accepts it. He's like, yeah, I'll take that. You know, I'll take that arm and a leg. At the end, once he's failed to reach the dollar that he's been chasing, it falls on his chest, but he's no longer alive to spend it. This was derived from what Cole says in the song, can't take it when you die because you can't live without it. Basically, the actual set is only this right here. And then an actual crane that starts right here. So once we're here, we're on an actual crane on the actual set. Even in this set, you've got things that were not shot in camera. For instance, all this debris is in post. These pills and the pill bottle there are post. This tire was added in post. This car seat was added in post. The combination of in-camera production design and visual effects was what made this shot.
Big bills,
The song is all about being on a paper chase. We wanted to visualize that through the paper chase in the sky. We wanted to visualize that with Cole's main character, the sort of hustler that he plays throughout the video, and then create antagonists that he also plays who are trying to cross him and keep him from getting that dollar. We're constantly introducing new worlds, new setups, new characters, and telling a story that makes people want to see what's gonna happen next, all the way up until the very last shot of the video.
count it up, count it up, count it up, count it.
This is a body double. I knew it was gonna work when I went into the dressing room and I said, hey Cole, I got a question for you. And he turned around and it was not Cole, it was Kyle. I was like, oh, it works.